What's up, y'all? It's your boy Roscoe P. I'm back with one of my tales from overseas. This one comes to you from Cartagena, Colombia. I just recently got back from Cartagena, Colombia. And boy, what an experience. What a place, man. Wow. I can't even begin to tell you how much fun, despite the weather, I had. And I say despite the weather because I made the mistake of going during rainy season. And boy, man, when they say rainy season, they mean rainy season. It rained. It rained almost every day I was there at different points in time. So you'd be on an excursion, it would start pouring, then you'd be like, oh man, you have to end the excursion. Or you go home, get ready to go out, you taking a shower, you get dressed. And next thing you know, you you hear like tap, tap, tap on the window. And I opened the balcony door to the balcony, pouring. I mean, just cascading water, and you're like, yeah, that's my night. So there were a couple nights like that, but fortunately for me, I was able to still get out and see the city, see the nightlife, see the day life, and just pretty much enjoy myself. So I'll just kind of walk you through my trip. When I first got there, one, all the planes come in at the same time. So the customs line was crazy long, crazy long. I got through customs like an hour and a half. It was almost like hour 45. And fortunately for me, the apartment I was staying at, thanks to my cousin has a couple apartments in Cartagena, and he was like, yeah, you could just stay at one, don't worry. It was about a 15-minute drive from the airport. Very close to the airport, very close to the walled city. And it was probably one of the most amazing things I'd ever seen, on the 25th floor, balcony, hammock on the balcony. It's beautiful. The one thing I did notice, there was a lot of police and a lot of like army soldiers. And I was wondering why there were so many police and army soldiers. And my cousin's wife, who happens to be Colombian, she lives about an hour away from Cartagena. Long story short, he met her in the States. They got married. They lived in the States. She was like, let's go to Cartagena, convinced him to go back. And he went back. And he loved it. And he loves it. And he's like, I'm never going back to America again. And I can understand why after being there. But she explained to me that there was a tourist, and the tourist was shot. Wasn't killed. He was just shot. And the reason was because, when you go to countries like Cartagena, you have to make sure you kind of blend in. The tourist had a chain on and bracelets and some jewelry, and apparently, from what I understand, he was robbed, and it wasn't the greatest look. But when you do go to places, you kind of have to blend in a little bit. Don't wear your watches, don't wear chains. So nobody should be robbed on any kind of vacation, but you do have to be careful and mindful of where you are and what you're doing and how you look. So, to Colombia and Cartagena's credit, they were out in force, like making sure like this doesn't happen again. And so, I felt good. I felt safe. The first night we went to the walled city. The walled city is beautiful, man. It is a place where there are, it's, if I could describe it as anywhere, it's a very wealthy pocket of land. It is in a walled city. It's literally in a wall. And the first time you go in, there's a mall in there. It's huge. It is posh. They have all types of like nice stores in there. And the irony behind the mall is it's built around an old bullfighting ring. So when you walk in, there's this big, big arena, and you see like the stairs and everything, and you see like the stadium seats, and it looks like a bullfighting ring. And it's amazing that they built like a mall around this. And then as you walk in further, it's just like very old style architecture, like old Spanish style architecture. It's beautiful. It really, really is. There's a giant clock tower that lights up, and the clock chimes, and It's fantastic, and I mean, it was probably again one of the best places I've seen visually. It was visually stunning. Um, One of the things that was kind of weird to me was the fact that, and maybe it may, I'm weird is a bad word. I'll say different. I live in the New York area, so for me, I see police all the time, and I understand that there was just a shooting, so there's going to be a larger police presence. There was way more female police than male police. I'd never seen that before. Normally, there are more males than females on a police force or in an area patrolling, especially, in New York, New Jersey, that type of area. That wasn't the case here. There were so many women police officers. It kind of threw me for a little bit of a loop. I was like, wow, that's a lot of women police officers. It was just like everywhere I looked, it was like a woman police. I was like, wow. Um, and it was way more than male police officers. Just it was a staggering number. It was maybe like one or two male police officers, maybe like 15 female police officers were in this walled area city, was in this walled area, the walled city area. I'm sorry, and I'm just like, wow. Some things about Colombia. The food is fantastic. The people are very attractive. They are just beautiful people. Physically beautiful. Like you're looking at them like, oh my God, they're stunning. They are very nice. They'll talk to you. They will help you out with things. My Spanish is not that great, and I was struggling, but they saw I was struggling. They were helping me, and smiles on their faces, and it was fantastic. I recommend that everybody go to this place, man. It's just one of those places that you go to, and it's just a relaxing place. Like you don't have to do anything. You just go there and you enjoy yourself. You're not out doing anything crazy. You're not, you know, it, it, it it's it's just a fun, relaxing city. That's the best I can describe it. It's a fun, relaxing city. It's it's a vacation place. It's fun, again, relaxing. There's a great nightlife. People um, are out to have a good time. They're not going to bother you. The food is fantastic. It's a safe city. It really, really is. I know you guys are like, Roscoe, you just said someone got shot. Yeah, but what I've learned traveling as much as I have is that your safety depends on you. Your safety really depends on one, how well you know the area. Two, can you speak a little bit of the language? And three, are you standing out in terms of causing a disturbance? I've never had an issue with anything or anybody anywhere I've gone because I've always kind of tried to blend in the best I can. And places I've gone, I haven't blended in physically. I'm 6'4", so when people see me, they see I don't blend in. When I was living in Japan, I didn't blend in. When I went to Colombia, I didn't blend in. When I went to Europe, I didn't blend in. People knew, they're like, oh, there's that guy. But the thing is that I'm not over there causing a ruckus. I'm not over there disrespecting people's cities. I'm not out wearing the most expensive stuff in a place where people don't have expensive stuff, and that type of thing can happen. I mean, if you walk around with a chain on in certain parts of New York, you might get robbed. It's just a part of it. So you really have to understand your surroundings. You have to understand where you're going. You have to understand the neighborhood you're in. You have to understand a lot of things in order to prevent those things from happening. And I think that a lot of people, when they travel overseas, they don't know how to blend in. It's not hard. It really isn't hard. It really isn't. But hey, And it's sad to say, but sometimes people got to learn, man. It's really a hard lesson to learn. You don't act the same way you do in another country as you do in your own country. You have to blend in. You have to kind of be a little bit of a chameleon, a little bit, and you have to just follow the rules. And once you do that, everything is fine. But people, I don't think, understand that. Yeah. So, hey, it's your boy Roscoe P. And again, I'm not saying that he should have been robbed. I do feel bad the fact that he was robbed and shot. I do. I honestly do. And I'm praying for him, and I hope he has a speedy recovery. I hope he gets better. That being said, you have to be very mindful of your surroundings, you standing out as whatever countryman you are in another country. And you have to make sure that you are following the rules. And the rules just don't have to be the legal rules. I mean, the rules of the country, the rules of the area you're in, I went to a favela in Brazil. And the rules in the favela in Brazil were not the country's legal rules, but they were rules and they had to be followed. And damn it, I followed them. So again, they don't always have to be the legal country rules, but they are rules that you should follow whenever you go to any country. So it's your boy Roscoe P. Back with another one of my tales from overseas. I'm sorry it took so long, yo. I was on vacation though, and when I go on vacations, I tend to just shut down and absorb the place I'm in, the culture, the food, the people, and just love it. So, I apologize for not giving you any content while I was over there. I should have. And next time I will. Next time, Roscoe P will give you a tale from overseas, the next country I go to. But this has been your boy again, Roscoe P. I love y'all. Thank y'all for subscribing and liking my videos. Please share it with other people. Let's spread the word about Roscoe P and his tales from overseas. Talk to y'all later.